Hey drummers, it's Rob Litton here from drumtoword.com. Welcome to this free full song lesson. Over on my Facebook page, my followers asked for a Tears for Fears song, not a specific one, so I decided I'd choose my favourite Tears for Fears song. So today I'm going to show you how to play the song Sowing the Seeds of Love, drummed by Chris Hughes. And you can download all 4 pages of the full PDF drum chart for this song from my website. You'll find the link beneath this video. So have this printed out in front of you as we go through this together. So, 85 BPM, it's a slow song. Really, the groove in this song it's a beginner song. I mean, it really is. It's just this 1, 2, 3, and 4. For most of the song, that's all that's being played. But what pushes it to the intermediate level are the drum fills, and there's a lot of them. And there's almost like a little drum solo in the middle of this song and at the end. Chris doesn't hold back on his drum fills. So the first thing to mention before we go into our first drum fill, iconic as it is. We got, I've written here, no, all sixteenths are swung. So what that means, throughout the song, whenever we've got E's or Ers, they're played as a shuffle kind of triplet feel. We're not playing 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. We're counting 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So if we had a drum fill that went 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 and a, to swing it, we'd go 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 and a. Hope you can hear the difference there. 1 E and 2 and a 3 E and 4. 1 and 2 and 3. That sort of swing feel rather than straight. And if you just listen to the song, you'll sort of pick up that swing feel. So the song starts with this drum fill, and it comes in on the of beat 4, just before beat 1 of the next bar. A 1. So we come in with the first notes on the of beat 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1. Now underneath it, Chris is stepping the hi-hats on 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and we'll leave that out for now. You can add that in. That's sort of an extra thing. If you really don't want to play the hi-hats, then you can leave them out. It's not important. But without the hi-hats for now, we get a 1 and 2 and. So throughout this song, I just make this caveat. It was very hard to decide what toms Chris was using. I presume he's got a 3-tom setup. So if I occasionally hit the high tom instead of the medium tom or vice versa, it doesn't matter which tom you use. And like I said, it was very hard to hear exactly the different pitches of the toms. So when I heard an obvious pitch change, I changed the tom, but otherwise I'm just sort of playing up here and not worrying about what tom really I'm hitting, because it doesn't really matter unless there's a specific melody with the drum fill, in which case you've got to try and replicate that. But this first drum fill, I'm hearing a 1 and 2 E and 3 and a 4 E and. I got that wrong. It's a 1 and 2 E and 3. So both times on that high tom, and then the last bit, a 4 E and, a 4 E and down to the next lowest tom. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 E and 3 and a 4 E and. I did that accidentally again. I played there and there. Wouldn't have mattered though. A 1 and 2 E and 3, 4 E and. A 1 and 2 E and 3, 4 E and 1. Really cool drum fill that. So then we go into verse 1, and I've written here, note a percussion shaker can be heard in the background. So throughout the entire song, there's some percussion being played in the background, some sort of shaker, which you'd be forgiven for thinking means that Chris is playing 16th notes, shuffled 16th notes on the hi-hat. But he's not, he's just playing straight 8th notes. It's that shaker that's creating the extra effect. So Chris is actually just playing 8th notes on the hi-hat. And we get introduced to our first groove. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and. Simple as that. 1, 2, 3 and 4. End of that first line of verse 1, we got another drum fill. 1, 2, 3 and 4 E and. 3, open, close, into 4 E and or 4 E and. It doesn't matter. I've written it as the high tom. 1, 2, 3 and 4 E and 1. 4 E and 1. Another good example of that shuffle fill. That swung 16th note. If we play that drum fill straight, and now swung, you sort of hear the difference there between the straight and shuffled. So we go into our next line, and crash cymbal on beat 1, 4 more bars of groove, but notice on the 4th bar around beat 4 of that 4th bar, I've written here, note hi-hat gradually opens. So the hi-hat starts to open on bar 4, beat 4, then it gradually opens over the 5th bar, where we get extra bass drum notes, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and then that last bar is just a bar of 2, 4. So that's just half a bar of 4, 4, just 2 beats in it. So we get 1 and it closes with this drum fill again, two, and one. And then we're into our first chorus, chorus one. So be aware that last bar is just 2 beats long, not 4 beats. So the last 4, 5, and 6 bar, the 4th, 5th, and 6th bar of that last line of verse 1. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 1. You sort of hear the hi-hat getting louder as we get towards the drum fill. Then we go into our first chorus, and be aware that the chorus is a 3-bar structure. So this line has 6 bars in it, but you can hear the melody repeat every 3 bars. That's the chorus structure. Same drum beat, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bar 3 though, in time with the vocal stabs, we get 1, 2, 3, and 4. Snare and crash, 4, and back to the hi-hat for an open hi-hat. 4 and 1. Next 3 bars, same idea, no crash cymbal on beat 1, notice. Bar 3, 4, 5 has an open hi-hat. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. And then that last bar, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so we get 3 and 4. I use 2 crash cymbals. You can just use 1, 3, and 4, and 1 into verse 2. So before we go on, we've got a lot of stuff going on there. Let me play the intro, verse 1 and chorus 1 up to speed without a microphone on so you can hear just the drums. Here we go. So for verse 2, we're back to standard drum beats. Let's go straight to the 4th bar then. Notice, by the way, we don't get a crash cymbal starting the beginning of verse 2. Classy idea that. You just go straight into it without announcing it. You don't always have to announce a new section with a crash cymbal. But bar 4, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 E. So snare on its own. That gives you right hand time then to move to a crash cymbal straight afterwards. 4 E and 4 E and rest that beat's just rested out, 4 E and 1, and we come back in with a crash cymbal on beat 1 of the next line, 1 and 2, with an open hi-hat straight afterwards, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So be aware of that open hi-hat. You can leave it out, but it's there in the mix. Then for end of verse 2, it's the same as the end of verse 1. The hi-hat starts to open on beat 4 of bar 4 again. Bar 5 is 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Now, this was really hard to hear on the recording. I think he emphasises the snare drum on beat 4 with the floor tom. 4, the hi-hat closes. 4. I think I'm hearing a very light snare drum on beat 1, but it's so light I decided to leave it out because the next notes really do stand out. It's hard to hear exactly what he's playing, but I think he just plays 4 and 1 and 2 and. That bar at the end is 2/4, 2 beats long, remember. 1 and 2, 1. Then we're into our next chorus. So bars 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1. I missed it. 1 and 1. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. I don't know why I got confused by that. Do that again for you. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So chorus 2, 2 groups of 3 bars. Bar 3, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so stowing the seeds, that goes with those vocals. 3 and 4 and 1. Then the end of that line, 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 1. Just the 1 snare and crash on beat 4 with the open hi-hat at the end. Then we go into this whole cool section. Loads of different parts to it. So I've separated them. We've got bridge 1, part 1. Just 3 bars and some open hi-hats at the end of bar 1 and bar 2. Notice bar 3 is just 2 bars long. 1 and 2 and. So we get 1 from the beginning of the line, 3 and 4 and and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and then we're into our next section, part 2, bridge 1, part 2. Starts with the crash cymbal, 4 bars of groove with the open hi-hat at the end of bar 4. Next line, 4 more bars of groove, but bar 4 we get 1, 2, 3 and 4 rianda, 4 rianda, 3 and 4 rianda, 1. Then we go into bridge 1 part 3, and I think he's playing extra bass drum notes. It could be the synth keyboard and bass, but I think it's the bass drum following it as well. We get this new drum beat. 1, 2, a 3 and 4, a 1. Notice it's 2 and a 3 and remember those 16th notes are swung. 2 and a 3 and 4, a 1 at the end of the bar as well, and then the bar just repeats. 1, 2, a 3 and 4, a 1, 2, a 3 and 4, a 1. A lot of fun to play that. Bar 4 though it changes. 1, 2, a 3 and then it ends with 4 and snare and crash, open hi-hat, and then we're going to close the hi-hat with the bass drum and move to the bell of the ride cymbal for part 4. So 1, 2, a 3 and 4 and 1. So then we're into bridge part 4, and I've written in brackets here, ride cymbal bell. We've just got to read the rhythm. It's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, E and a 1 and 2 and 3, E and 4, a 1, 2, a 3 and 4, 1, 2, a 3, E and 4, E and a 3, E and 4, E and at the end, really cool drum fill. So quite syncopated that to read that off the page. If you're not very good at reading, then you might find that a little bit tricky, but you can sort of memorise it. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, yeah, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So before we move on, let's move out the microphone on. Let's hear part 3 and part 4 up to speed. So down to verse 3, 4 more bars of groove. Notice the end of bar 4 though. 1, 2, 3. We get 3 and 4 and 2 open hi-hats. It then closes with the snare and crash on line 2, where we get our first drum solo almost. So this is where he starts to get a bit crazy with the fills. So that second line, I think it's snare and crash together. I think 1. He plays 1, and again, don't worry about the toms. I'm going to mention this one more time. If you want to play on the medium tom instead of the high tom and vice versa, then fine. This is what I think I was hearing when it comes to pitch, but I might be wrong with the pitch of the toms. So we get 1 and 2 E and 3, 3 E and 4 and, do that again. 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1. Next bar, 1, 2, 3 and 4 E and. Then crash, we get an extra bass drum note, 1 and 2. I think he plays an extra bass drum there on the end of 1. Bar 4, standard stuff. Next line, line 3, more drum fill stuff. We get 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and. Then into 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and. 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and. The last 2 bars we get extra bass drum notes, 1 and 2. Notice the open hi-hats now, 1 and 2. The last bar though, 1 and 2, 3 and. Snare drum on its own on the and 3, closes with the hi-hat, and 4 E and. It could be 4 E and, it doesn't matter. 4 E and. Straight into the last line, 2 more bars of just drum soloing. First bar, 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 and. So relatively simple. Then we get 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 E and. I think it goes down, the only time we really hear the floor tom, I could be wrong, it goes down to the floor tom for those last 2 notes. So let me play this slowly for you, then I'll play it up to speed. From line 2 of verse 3. 1 and 2 E and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 E and 1 and 2, 3 2, E and a 3, E and, sorry, 1 and 2, E and a 3, E and 4 and 1 and 2, E, a 3 and a 4, E and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, E and 1 and 2, E, 3 and 4 and 1, E, 2 and a 3, E and 4, E and a 1. So again, the sticking is up to you as well. Don't feel you have to use the sticking I use. I was doing this. You can use any sticking you like. So finally, let's hear those 3 lines played properly up to speed without the mic on. So page 3, chorus 3, we've got the 2 lines, 3 bars each for the repeating melody. It's just 3 bars. Bar 3, 1 and 2, E and 3 and 4 and 2, E and 3 and 4 and. Next line, bar 3, 1 and 2, E and I think it's all in the same tom there. 2, E and 3 and 4 and. So those two, let's start from, those 2 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, E and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, E and 3 and 4 and 1. Actually, we're then going into the bridge 2, which is on the right cymbal. The only time in the song we go to the right cymbal. So we'll play the same groove. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and. Notice bar 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 E. We've got that 4 E again occurring. 4 E and into the next line, staying on the right cymbal. 4 more bars of groove. The last line of bridge 2, he plays 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. The next bar. 1 and 2 and 3. It could be 1 and 2 and. It doesn't matter what toms you use, but he goes down the toms. 1 and 2 and 3. And then the same drum fill as the intro, ever so slightly different though. We get a 1 and 2, E and 3, E, a 4 and. So I think just the last note is up on the high tom. A 1 and 2, E and 3, E, 3 E I've written. A 3, E and 3, E, a 4 and 1. So 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4. Sorry, I rushed it. Do that last line. 1, 2, oh, it's on the right cymbal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2, E and 3, E, a 4 and 1. And just for complete sake, let's just hear that last line of bridge 2 played up to speed. So then on to bridge 3, back to closed hi-hats. Bar 4 has 4 and 1 at the end, so look out for that. So the next line, at the end of that line, bar 4, 1 and 2 and 3 E. We go up to, actually written at the medium tom, 1 and 2 and 3 E, a 4 and 3 E, a 4 and 1, 2, 3 E, a 4 and 1. Yep, there's a crash on line 3. 4 more bars of groove. The last line, notice it's 6 bars long. I've written here, the hi-hat gradually opens from beat 2 of bar 3. So over those next 3 bars, the hi-hat's opening slowly. And then the last bar, we get 1 and 2, and then down to the snare drum where the hi-hat closes. And for the only time in the song, I've written here the drum fill is played as straight 16th. So the only time we play straight 16th in the song, instead of playing and 3 E and 4 E and, he plays and 3 E and 4 E and. So just that one time he uses a straight, which is really cool though, because it works for the song. 1, 2 and 3 E and 4 E and. So there is a slight element of swing to it, but it's mostly straight. So that start from bar 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. missed it. 1, 2, and a D and 4 E and I swung it slightly there. 1, 2, and a D and 4 E and 1. So that's a lot of fun to sort of throw in those straight sixteenths all of a sudden. Then on to page 4, chorus 4, part 1. We're on the loose hi-hats, so it's open hi-hats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bar 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't hear 3 and, I'm just hearing one bass drum that time. 3, 4, and into line 3 with another crash cymbal. Bar 3, 1, 2, E and 3, 4, and exactly the same as we have the line above, the ending 3, 3 and 4, and it then closes, the hi-hat closes into beat 1 of chorus 4, part 2. So again, 3 bar structure. 1 for bar 1's no problem. Bar 2, 1, 2, 3 and 4 E and 3 and 4 E and. Then into bar 3, 1 and 2 E and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 E and 3, 4 and. Don't worry about playing that hi-hat if you don't want to. It's kind of weird to come back to the hi-hat just for that one note, but it's on the recording. Then we go into another drum solo, 3 bars of madness. So the first bar, 1 and 2 E, 3 and 4 E and, 1 and 2 E, 3 and 4 E and then 1 and 2 E, 2 crash cymbals there, 1 and 2 E, 3 and a 4 E and, 3 and a 4 E and, 3 and, 1 snare drum then, and a 4 E and, up on the medium tom or high tom, and then that last bar is just 2 beats long, 1 and a 2 E and 1 and I hear them go up the toms. It could be 1 and then just simply 2 E and on the snare drum before going to the last line where I've written here note fade out. So it starts to fade out now. Bar 2 we hear just before the song finishes 1, 2, 3 E and 4 E and 3 E and 4 E and then the song ends where it fades out completely. So let me play for you those last 3 lines slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 E and 1 and 2 E and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 E, 3 and 4 E and 1 and 2 E, 3 and 4 E and 1 and 2 E and 1. Loads of cool stuff going on there. So finally, let me just play for you the second line of part 1. Going into chorus 4, part 2, all the way to the end of the song. Up to speed. Here we go. So I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. That was a lot of fun to transcribe and teach for you. Don't forget to download all 4 pages of the PDF from my website. Again, you'll find a link beneath this video, so have this printed out as we go through the lesson. But if you got to this point in the video, then it's probably too late to do that. And you might want to consider signing up to become an online member at my website, drumstheword.com. And what I currently offer for $97 is a full year's online access to every single full video song lesson I've ever recorded and transcribed. And that's coming up to very much almost, perhaps the next week or so, 450 famous and popular songs. Just like this lesson, I teach you the song from start to finish. Every single bar, you get the fully transcribed PDF drum chart, and I've got almost 450 famous and popular songs on the website teaching you the song from start to finish. As a thank you for signing up, I give you access to hundreds more little videos teaching you many, many famous drum beats, fills and solos. I give you 3 ebooks that I've written over the years, containing hundreds more famous beats, fills and solos. And then over the year of your subscription, you also gain instant online access to all the new material that I upload for my members. And I record new lessons every week unless I'm ill or on holiday. So you've got lots of cool stuff to look forward to over the year of your subscription. If you've got any song requests, you can make them over on my Facebook page. You'll find a link beneath this video. Any questions though, email me, rob@drumstheword.com. And until our next drum lesson together, toodle pip and happy drumming to you.